I use the term self-talk in my book to talk about the toxic and negative things that we say about ourselves, which is typically learned from others. We inherit it from others. But you use the term self-talk, and you believe that it's changed your life for the better.
There's no doubt.
But it's not in a toxic way. And I want to get into a little, because you and I have talked about that over the years.
Yeah.
But again, in this setting, in this format, I really want people to know what you mean by positive self-talk.
Sure. I'm not talking about it in the professional way that you would be.
No, of course not.
What I'm talking about is literally the communication that I have with myself.
And for our viewers that are struggling, the communication that they have with themselves.
Absolutely.
And let's take it to the next level then.
Okay, let's say that we're at a really nice dinner and I'm trying to blend in with the table as best I possibly can.
Right.
And we're at a nice restaurant and I drop a fork, accidentally, obviously. And my brain, as I bend down to get the fork and hand it to the waitress and ask for a new one, is saying, "You stupid idiot, you clumsy fool." That's me talking to myself.
That's toxic self-talk, right?
And so what I learned to do when I realized how often I was doing that to myself, I was my own worst enemy in little teeny small parts of the life, right from when you get up and you do something stupid in the bathroom, you start blaming yourself, then you start thinking about a meeting that you have coming up and you haven't written enough of the paperwork to be able to present at the meeting.
Right.
All those things can just collapse on you very quickly without you even realizing it, and you haven't even talked with anybody yet. And you're already assuming the worst.
You play the whole thing out in your head.
Yeah. So you also have the ability with your self-talk to say, you're good at recovery, you'll make a joke of it when your head's back above the table. You've got to give yourself a little room.
Permission.
Be patient with yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And so going back to the Canfield's equation, E plus R equals O, the triggering event, the response, if your self-talk is negative, right?
Yep. You're just taking yourself further down.
You just further down the rabbit hole, and that old expression, when you're in a hole, stop digging.
Yep.
Yeah, we should stop digging, be aware of what we're doing, and that will
That's a
help
key
change
word.
the
That's a key word.
awareness.
Yeah. Trying to hear yourself.
Okay.
Okay? You can't control your breathing.
Right.
You can only hold your breath for a certain amount of time.
Right.
But you can manage your breathing. You can hold your breath for a minute and a half while you swim the length of the pool and back. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why can't you, if people say, I can't control what I think, come on, what is this self-talk stuff? My answer is, you don't control your thinking.
Right.
What you do is you manage your thinking.
Absolutely. There's an old, years ago, when I was taking one of my early learning classes in the psychology of learning, and there was an example of two guys are on a boat, and they both fall off the boat, but they see a little island or atoll not very far away. So the one guy says to himself, yeah, I can make that. It may take me a little time, but I can make the atoll. The other guy's saying, and he's flailing around and he's not breathing and he's taking in more water than oxygen, and he's saying, there's no way in hell I can ever make that on my stomach, on my back. I can't make that atoll. Well, what happens to him? E plus R equals O. The outcome there is not good. The experience or the event that triggers a response, if that response is plus, the outcome is survival.
In every case, you have a choice. You can talk with yourself and begin to understand that. It feels silly at first.
Oh, I know.
But it becomes a habit. Just
Because
like
self-talk
talking
is,
negatively becomes a
that's
habit.
right. Self-talk is not really thinking. It's an affirmation kind of thing almost. It's informing yourself, I can do this.
Yep.
This is who I am.
Yep.